All right. Should be good. Oh, I lost y'all.
We're right here.
I hear you, but I can't see you.
I didn't go nowhere.
I'll be listening, but I'm writing a message for church tomorrow, so
okay.
Trying to get paper to pen.
Yes. Good luck. Welcome to Tuesday training. We love you all. Thanks for coming, hanging out with us. Tonight, we are talking about Happy Mail, what we send to our customers, the systems we use, what we found that works, what doesn't work, the importance of Happy Mail, all the things. As always, we want to hear from you too, so feel free to talk, chat, whatever. Yeah. Gotta get the Facebook up. Okay, so I could watch both. Okay, so is Megan here?
I didn't see her when I looked last.
Okay. Oh, I do see Megan's iPhone. That might be her.
Oh, maybe.
I will start, and then Kelly, you want to go after that? Good.
Yeah, I was muted. Sorry.
Okay. And then Renee, do you have anything to brilliance us with, my beautiful friend?
Well, depends on what you all say.
Okay. So I do a 3-month VIP mail system. I have done it since January of last year, so over a year now. I do see a really good return on it. It does take me a little extra time. I do track it on my own. I take the information out of Workstation and I have it in an Excel spreadsheet. Well, it's actually Google Sheets, but same concept. So whenever someone places an order with me on my PWS, I go through and I put their information that I need for my mailer so I can easily print all of my Avery labels from that spreadsheet. I don't have to handwrite. I use mail merge on there to be able to print all those labels. And then I have a system that works really well. For me, this might not work for you. This might overwhelm you, but this is what I do in my business. So it's important for you guys to know that you don't have to do everything we share here with you. But if you do pick up one idea that you're like, oh, that sounds good, invest in that and focus on that instead of trying to split your time and energy into 1,000 different things and not mastering one, work on mastering one, and then from there. So I start with, which I think is pretty common, I just start with a basic scent circle as a thank you gift. Every time someone orders from me, it doesn't matter if they order from me 20 times in 1 month, they're going to get a scent circle. I will always handwrite on them. I just think that's a really personal touch I do not want to give away. I don't say much on it. If they order from me a lot, I just say thank you for your continued support of my business. It means the world to me, something like that. So I've got my scent circle in there. And then I have what explains my first month with them. So Katie Farner actually is who I learned this from. She has a really good detailed training on the 3-month VIP. She'll do way better than I could ever at explaining it, but that's where I got all my information that I use for it. So I know we've done this training before, but we thought it was important with a lot of new people coming in to be able to know how important it is to have that follow-up and the touch point with your customers. Even if you can't afford to send out anything physical, make sure you are messaging your customers and telling them thank you, telling them how much you appreciate the support of your business. So if you can't send anything out, at minimum, be texting your people. Or if they prefer phone calls or emails, whatever it is, just make sure you are reaching out to them so they know. There's a lot of Scentsy consultants in the world, so you have to set yourself apart. You have to show why people should shop with you because you care. You really do value their business. So my thank you card is just thanks to loyal customers with you. I've been with Scentsy for over 2 years now. This opportunity has allowed me to grow in ways I never knew I needed. Doors have been open to people and places I've never dreamed of meeting and going. All of this is something I'll forever be grateful for. As a thank you for my business, you will always receive a gift after each purchase made with me. Plus, as a bonus, you'll be receiving free samples of our brand new scent of the month for 3 months following your purchase. Welcome to VIP status, my friend.
Where I put it. Yeah.
So then it's got, my information on it. So they're going to get that with the first month. Now, this is something new I am doing. I just sent it out for the first time this last VIP mail. So we're in March. So anybody who ordered in February received this, and then I'm going to be doing the drawing. Actually, I should have already done that. I'm going to do that tomorrow. I have started to do a VIP giveaway. Now, this is what I send to my customers one-on-one. So I'm not advertising this on Facebook. I'm not doing it publicly. It's one-on-one that I do a giveaway in my VIP page. You do have to be careful about giveaways that you do because of compliance. So there's a lot of information out there. They actually talked about it. I shared in, I think every team page or training that anybody on here should be in, but Thursday night shift did a compliance training. They talk about giveaways in there. So I highly encourage everybody to watch that training. There's so much good information in there that will really help in your business. So I'm doing this giveaway. I don't know how this is going to go. I'm looking for people to tag me more on social media. I'm looking for people to refer people to me, get more clubbers, recruits, whatever it is. It's just an incentive. So I broke it down to every month I will have a jar with raffle tickets in it. So it's just like your standard raffle tickets. I did 2 to a roll. So I can keep one and then I can mail them one. I also went ahead and when I did in my Google Sheets, I put in my first number and then I went ahead and just like, you can autofill your numbers in an Excel sheet or Google sheet. And that's what I did. And then I did it in order as my spreadsheet. That way I know the name of the person that's going to receive this raffle ticket. That way, if they don't reply, like I can reach out to them because I want people winning. I don't want people ghosting me because I want them to get excited about it. I want them to tag, they just got this from me on Facebook. Whatever. So for every order, they're automatically going to get this one ticket. I will take a glue dot and I will put right here on this little present that's on this rack card. I will glue dot their raffle ticket right here. And it looks super cute when it's done. I'm really excited about this. So for every order, they're going to get one ticket. Anytime they tag me on social media through the month, they're going to get one ticket. They book a party with me, they're going to get 3 tickets. Obviously, we want people booking parties with us. So I want it to be a little higher value. Start a free club. I have it for 5 tickets because I really, really, really want to build my club. So I wanted it to be, hey, it's free. You can sign up for free. Like I wanted to really, really like pull people into this idea of I'm going to give you 5 entries into this giveaway just by starting this club with me. And then I also have you refer someone to club because referrals are important. So they're also going to get 5 tickets for that. I may change this up as we go along, see what's working, what's not. But it's important whenever you implement something in your business, give it a good run to make sure it's working. Don't just do it for 1 month and be like, didn't really see results from it. You need to do it for, at least 3 months, but honestly, I would say probably 6 months to give it a really good opportunity through different seasons. I mean, everybody knows in the summertime, people are so busy, like they're running around like crazy. That's going to be different than in the holidays time when they're buying for people. So that's why I think it's really important to, try it during different times and give it allotted. Yes, I did this on Canva, so I will share this link. Actually, Kim already asked me for this link and I forgot. Oops. I will share that with you guys tonight. Then I have a scan here to join my VIP group. So I'm going to take them right to my Facebook page. I'll tell you when I sent these out last month, I had 4 new people automatically go into my VIP group. So I was really excited about that because these are people that are ordering from me that are not in my group that I'm not catching. A side note of that, I'm also going to start with my text when I send people. I think I'm going to do it on my second text. So hopefully just to kind of engage conversation with them, I'm going to invite them to join my VIP group in every thank you text. So that way they have more, like my VIP page is my community. That's where my people that are buying from me are at. That's where I'm going to be going live to talk about, all the odds and ends and things. So that's where I want my people. So that's another touch point I'm going to do to try to get people in my VIP group. So I just put it on the back side of my month 1. So it explains what my month 1 is. And then I have my giveaway on the back with the raffle ticket on it. And then, so now you have your circle and your rack card explaining it. Then part of the special is the fact that they're going to do the scent of the month. So I subscribe to the scent and warmer of the month subscription. This is a tax write-off, so you don't know if you are new. We do have a scent of the month and a scent and warmer of the month. And they come with scented stickers, wax bars, and these flyers. I love that it has all the past warmers on here because a lot of times our warmers don't sell out in the month. So I like that they're still on here because it's advertising like, hey, that twine to unwind warmer, which PS, I love that warmer. It might be my new favorite. It is in my bedroom and I obsess over it.
Which one?
The twine to unwind. Oh, there you are. Okay, I was like, I don't even know where you're at on my screen. I lost you. I keep losing everyone tonight. So I like that it's on there, the sense of the month, you know, because it at least, like, I've sold warmers past the month because of this flyer being in there. Like, without the discount, like I advertise all the time about it, but it's just something about seeing it in print that I think people like.
I
And
seen something. I
Yep.
seen something, sorry.
No,
On one of the pages I'm on. They were putting on the back of that flyer the stickers.
Genius, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
their leftover scent of the month scented stickers, they're putting over the last month's in the mail over the wax bars. I'm like, with your leftover stickers, are you kidding me? Why have you not been doing that? Yeah, that was definitely an aha moment for me as well.
Yeah, I thought it was genius. I was like, oh my gosh, what have I been doing this whole time?
I seriously had that thought process.
Questioning my whole entire year of Scentsy.
Just because I've never thought of that. Like, you
Yeah.
have those extra stickers. Why are we not doing it?
Yes.
So yeah. So now you have, where am I at? Scent circle, flyer, scent of the month. And then depending on the month that we're at, some months it'll just look like this, really simple. But if we do have a wax collection that's coming out, that's within that next month, which is so amazing that Scentsy's been giving us that early release. Yeah. I don't know. I wanted to say early action, and I knew that's not what I was looking for. But they've been giving us access to the early releases. So this month they're getting all the bricks, and I made felt samples on it. I love that. Now, because of the scent circle, these do weigh a little bit more than an ounce. So month one, I will just add an additional postage stamp so it's cheaper than a regular stamp. I just put it in a regular envelope. I have purple envelopes. Purple is my favorite color. That's, you know, another reason I love Scentsy. Like, purple is my jam. So I just use a regular purple envelope. Someone sees this in the mailbox, they're going to know, hey, that's definitely from my scent girl, because she always be sending me mail in purple envelopes. So regular envelope with a regular stamp and then an additional ounce postage stamp. So these are cheaper, but it gives you that 1 extra ounce. And then I have just a regular, just like, I think this is actually a food scale. It's like $10 on Amazon. I weigh all my letters before they go out just to make sure that none of them get to your customer and they owe postage on, because how embarrassing is that when that happens? Or sometimes you can send your team mail to your Teamie with no postage and it gets delivered. But, you know, I did that to Kelly last month. Oops. Saved me some money, though.
Well, it saved you money, but then I'm like thinking in my head, okay, so it has no address on it, has no nothing, but they knew exactly who it was coming to. That was the
Heather's is
weirdest
lost.
part.
Yeah, Heather's is lost. I didn't mean to do that, but
I was like, I got some stalker or something because they know exactly who I am and where I live.
Yep. Okay, so yeah, that's what this next month's gonna look for me. Scent circle, flyer card with my giveaway information, scent warmer of the month flyer, and then the bars for the bricks that's coming out. So getting the scent under the noses. Now, I did put in a join special flyer that I made up just because I was really trying to promote the $25. So it won't go out with the next batch, but the last batch it did. So I just made up this. I took a template and I just changed it, but it actually has like actual pictures of, you know, me and Kelly and Megan from SFR. I have my annual sales trophy on there that says, you know, you could earn this too, incentives that I've been on or going to, and then the 2 different types of join opportunities. So I did put one of those in each of last mailers that I went out, as well as, because I'm super extra and I just wanted people to see, hey, you can join for $25. I had round stickers that look like this that had the $25 join special on them. It's not these are just washer with samples, but they're just like regular Avery, I don't even know what 22807s that have the big round stickers on them. And I sealed my envelope with that sticker. So they literally had to see it every time they opened this envelope. So I want to put the join opportunity in front of many people's faces to where they can't ignore it. And if they have to open it from that envelope, guess what? You know they're going to see it. They might ignore it still, but you know they've seen it. So that is for month 1. Month 2 is all about Scentsy Club. I am a huge believer in Scentsy Club for your business. And right now, knowing that the second part of our incentive is going to be club, I know we talked about this last week, but you should be dangling the carrot about Scentsy Club like crazy right now. So come the 1st, you have people that are ready to join. And even without knowing what the stipulations are, we know what last year's was. So we've got a pretty good idea. We're going to need new people, not people that, already have it, not consultants, whatever. We're probably going to need 3 new clubbers, or I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what they say. And there'll probably be a price point on it. So use this time right now to be really, really, really talking up those benefits of club. And if you don't know them, you need to research them, because you will never get people to join something that you know nothing about. If someone's like, hey, what's Scentsy Club? And you're like,
It's thundering out.
yeah, it's this thing that we have. No, you need to be confident. You need to be talking about it. You need to know the ins and outs of that opportunity, because it is such a huge benefit and perk for your business to have. People think I'm club obsessed because that's all I talk about. My team will tell you I put club down their throats, but I love club. Club's amazing for my business. When I was building a house and had 0 time to work my business, my clubs were coming in handy because I still had those orders coming in. So it's your backup plan of when life gets busy, having that PRV that's still coming in. So Scentsy month, the second month is all about club. So I have a rack card. I didn't make this. I'm not this skilled at all, but it's just got all the information. I think I'm going to change this up. I've been using it for a while. I also have the whiff box on the back. Unfortunately, it says that it's $30 instead of $35, but we're rolling with it because I already have these printed. So I don't know. I think it's cute. It goes with my colors that I have. So I'll put that in there. They'll get the scent warmer of the month flyer again. And then if we have the wax collection, I will put in, like, everybody's going to get the bricks this next mailer, because I think it's important for them to have those release informations. Oh, I also sent a newsletter. I totally forgot about my newsletter because I didn't pull one out. I probably don't have one made up, and I haven't done my next month. So yeah. So I do put a newsletter in there. You can make this as personal as you want. People do want to know about your life. So if you're willing to put personal, like, updates, if you have kids and you want to, talk about a big milestone that they had, like maybe they said their first word or took their first step, or, whatever it is, put that in there. Like a while back, I don't know, last summer or something, I don't know if any of you guys know, Morgan Kiefer did a training, and she's really, really big on doing personal newsletters. And I loved her. She would update to everyone, like, what's going on in their lives. And people would be looking for that update. It reminds me back when I was a kid, and my mom used to send updates to all of her friends that didn't live close. And, you get a Christmas card and it'd have the details of what all happened that year. Think about if your family did that or whatever, those were special moments that you got to connect with them. Just because you don't live next to each other, or you don't, know what's going on, it's going to give that personal touch. So some type of newsletter. It's also going to highlight new things that are coming out that we are aware of. I always put in the join opportunity just because it's important. You don't know who's going to see it in the right moment when they're in that stage of life where they're ready to join. So never, I don't know, just talk about it. I think we're really good at whenever we have a $25 special, we talk about it like crazy and we push for it. And we don't do that in a normal month. I know I don't. And that's something I'm going to change my business. It's like, okay, I would post it here and there, but like, I really want to be active. Of recruiting is a place in my business that I just do second nature. And I'm talking about constantly. I'm not only talking about it on the months that we have a joint opportunity special. Nicole's godmother does that every year at Christmas. Exactly. Like it's special. So like the more personable you can be, I think it makes us more relatable. And that's the thing. We want people to know we're real people. We have families we're supporting. We're able to do what we're able to do in life because people believe in us. Yeah, they're getting product from us, but you're also selling. I don't want to say selling yourself because that does not sound good. You're a part of the product. You're a perk of the product, We're going to leave that one alone. Anywho, on to month 3, and then I'll stop gabbing. So month 3, now if they do reorder, like during month 2, they get reset. So they go back to month 1. So that's where my spreadsheet comes really handy to be able to keep track of. It'd be really confusing for me to go into the workstation and try to do the reporting or whatever. It's just easier for me to have that there. I put on there, I have a column that says first month and last month. And that way I can look at it and be like, okay. And then when they reorder from me, I go back up. Even if it's been 4 months, I will go up and I'll add that they reordered from me, because it's important for me to just be able to look at the spreadsheet and see. I don't have to go and try to figure out what right report that I'm looking for that information. Like it's right there in front of me. I can see who's ordering from me every 3 months. And people who are ordering from me every 3 months, guess what? Those are my club prospects. And guess what my club prospects are? Those are my recruiting prospects. I recruit from my club. So my club stays around the same general numbers for now. Like I will hopefully increase it, but like I'm staying around the same because I'm funneling new people in, but I'm also recruiting from that pool, because that's what this whole rewards program is with club. Is it's teaching people how to be Cincy consultants. They're referring people to sign up for club that they're going to get once or twice or every 3 months, but they're recruiting people and getting perks for it. They're pretty much being a Cincy consultant. So that's why I love recruiting from my club. And then month 3 is going to say, oh no, this is your last month as a VIP. I know you've loved being a VIP. Who doesn't love trying new products before anyone else? Running low on wax, oils, pods, scent circles, laundry, or cleaning products? Be sure to place an order this month to continue receiving your free samples every month for 3 months. So same thing, has all my branding colors in it. It's going to tell them that, you know what, if you don't order from me this month, you're done. Like your mailbox isn't going to be smelling any good anymore. And a lot of times they will order from me within that month because they don't want to stop receiving them. Now, people that don't, the last thing I'll say about that. Oh, I also put in a product list with month 3 and then the newsletter and then any wax samples. So I like putting a product list in there because it gives them a good list of, what we all have if they're wanting to order. Crap, I had another thought that I was getting ready to say. Remember what I was saying before I interrupted myself, Kelly?
Don't know.
Okay. I did forget this, which I know I've talked about this a few times. In month 1, I also include this little postcard that tells them what their commission would have been for that order. So really simple. And then I always have the join opportunity on the back, whatever the special is that month. So it just says, thank you so much for your order. As a consultant, you would have made this amount on your order. And so, yeah, sometimes that's $2, $3, $5. But guess what? If they keep getting these, it's going to be like, man, if I would have added all those up, how much would I have made as a consultant? So, and then I changed the coloration of it. Like, I was really bummed. I made the cutest ones for March, and then I mailed them all out without them. So, human, it happens. They have like a little rainbow with a pot of gold at the bottom that you put their commission in. I was so happy. And after I had sealed them all up and put them in the mailbox, I saw them sitting in my printer still. So, it's fine. We'll come up with good ones for you. So yeah, just another recruiting tool. So that's how I run my VIP mail. Does anybody have any questions before Kelly gets started? And I will share all that also. All right, Cobell.
Okay, so mine is a little bit more not as put together as Tabitha's.
Right?
She's like so organized, and I'm just like scatterbrained and trying just to survive the week. So I'm just gonna start with this. I will be adding the samples like she does for the bricks, and I will be adding the scent and warmer of the month flyers. So I just signed up for that, so I should be getting this next month. And then I will be adding the commission cards. I have all of it like already made up. I just have to print it off. So it's coming. But I do different colors right now. I'm trying to rebrand myself a little bit. So I have to use up what I have now to get to what I want to do. So I have like a bunch of different colored envelopes. I put in scent circle. You send samples. I didn't read that, Tabitha. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I got you.
Okay. So I do the scent circle. I also do a love, brag, and tag paper that just says, open your box, smell, ooh and ah, snap a pic, and tag me on Facebook, be entered into a drawing, enjoy your Scentsy, and thank you for supporting me. And it has my picture, and it has my name, my website, all of that. Then I am using the rack cards that we had from Club before, just so that I can get them used up and out the door. Now, for my thank yous, because Tabitha, you said you write on your scent circle, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what I do is a little different, only because it gives me a lot of, so if you go to Hobby Lobby, there's little books. I don't know what they're called, but they're like scrapbooking paper.
Scrapbooking paper. Yeah.
Yeah. So they're like real thick, and they got all different colors and different shapes and all different pictures. But if you take those and you cut them, you get a ton of thank you cards. So I put a thank you sticker that I bought from Amazon on the front, and then I will personally handwrite a note and put this in my envelope. And of course I went with, I'm a little extra because I'm always extra, but I have multiple different ones. So like for the summer, I picked like the pineapple and the flamingos because that's what we have going on. And then in the fall time, I'll do like a different design, something more, fall-like. But that's pretty much what I put in mine for right now. I don't do the 3 months, only because I'm not, like I said, I'm not organized, not doing what I should be doing, but it's coming.
Hey, it's important for you to know it's your business.
I know, but I really want to do it that way. I just, getting it in like motion is like the key thing. I have to find a system that works for me, that I can be more consistent with, and I just have not found that yet. But like I said, I'm rebranding. So when I do finally rebrand, my envelopes will be yellow, sunshine yellow, because my website is Sunshine and Wax, so it'll be bright yellow. And then I'm also got some stickers that I'm ordering that are like little suns that have sayings on them, like make somebody smile today, stuff like that. But that's pretty much what I put in there. And if I do have some extra samples, like I did the bamboo and banana leaf, I believe, and I did those in palm tree shapes. I just put one of those in there for this month. But yeah.
Love it.
Sorry, reading.
Yep. Yeah, Tiffany, I can share the format. Like obviously I can't share mine because that's got all my customers' information. But I can just do like a blank one that shows my headers and maybe some like dummies, like dummy infos, not dummy people. That way you guys can see how and what I track on that. Absolutely. I'll share that.
I was gonna say, with the 3 month thing that you do with the spreadsheet on the computer, here's my dilemma. My dilemma is I'm not a very tech savvy person. I don't usually do a lot on any kind of computer. The only thing that I ever do is Facebook on my phone. So then I tried to do like writing it down and like handwriting it, but then I find myself not doing that either. So I'm just, yeah.
So here's the thing, like, yes, some people do better with pen and paper, obviously, and that's okay. Like if you respond better to, oh, there's my Megan. If you guys respond better to pen and paper, then obviously use pen and paper. But just like you said, a system's only as good as how you work it. And you have to work it to make it, vital. I can't make you do that. Obviously, I would have already made you, like it's just, and I'm not just talking to you, I'm talking a group of cumulative. Like, don't beat yourself up because you're not at the level I'm at, like, or the level that, Megan's at, whatever that is. You just have to work through things till they click and they work. And that was my year 2 focus, was finding systems for things in my business that just clicked, that I wasn't sitting here spinning in my wheels. Because I'm the type of person, if I sit down at my desk and I have 5,000 things to do, and I don't know, like I haven't told like past me hasn't left future new me a list of what she expected me to do, then I'm going to sit here and be like, oh my gosh, I have so much to do and nothing's going to happen. Like, it's me. That's just the way my brain works. And I was tired of working like that. And that's why, I am very disciplined in my systems, because I know what they do for my business. And like, I just made myself sit down and come up with whatever was going to work, and then just tried something till I found that. But don't ever beat yourself up because you don't stick to something, or it might not be working right now. Just find something that once it does click, then you're going to feel so much better once you have that, if that makes sense at all.
It makes sense to me. I'm working on that. I'm trying really hard to work on that, but like I said, I'm rebranding, so it's also like this whole cluster of like, okay, I got to get this all out so then it's out of my way and out of my face so I don't have to see it, but then I don't want to throw it away because I'm that type of person. I don't throw things away if they're able to be used.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that is another thing. Branding helped me. I was trying to pull this up real fast for you guys, but I have freaking multi levels of security on all my stuff from my amazing husband. And I can never get into anything when I want to really fast. It's good. We're secure. We're not going to get hacked. That's where we're at. But I can't get into my Google Sheets right now. Yeah. All right, Miss Renee.
Well, I've been doing the 3 month, not quite as in depth as you.
I'm so proud.
Yes, but the first month they'll get their Ascent Circle newsletter, which I have one. This one, and then it had all the 10 new stickers on it.
I love that.
And then the flyer for Scent and Warmer of the Month. And then I'm sending them pretty much the same stuff after that, except the Scent Circle. If there's new collections, like the Mother's Day collection will go out. Samples. I do the felt samples though, so that I can keep it one stamp.
That's where it's at. That one stamp mailers.
So I need to add in some more of the little things like you do. Focus more like on club on the second month, and I haven't got that quite worked out, but I'm staying in contact with them. So other than that, that's pretty much, I have my pretty colorful envelopes, and I did do the stickers like you did for the joint special to seal the envelopes.
Yep.
So
I'm so proud. All right, Megan, what you got for us?
Well, I was on, so I was listening to you, and I try to keep mine under that 2 ounce too, and just do the forever stamp additional ounce. Scent Circle, I do product lists. I throw a product list in every mail out. Like this time I was behind and hadn't got my Easter collections out, so I did Easter collection. Like I actually just done my mail outs today. Hang on.
I know, I figured that'd be perfect for you.
And so I was looking at I was doing newsletters there for a while, and then the last like 3 months I haven't done a newsletter, and I wasn't gonna do one, but I went ahead. This one didn't even hang on. God. So I needed Cincy Club info. So like I actually made me, if you did not know with Canva, you can copy and paste things from like, I actually got 2 portions of this from somebody's newsletter from like January, I think. But I just copied and pasted everything that was in the part that I wanted. And then like, okay, so I grouped it all together, like the Cincy Club area, I just grouped it all together, and then I copied it, pasted it in my own Canva. I actually had made this into just a personal like club flyer, and that's what I sent last month in mail. Sorry, hang on. I love you.
It's time for Felix to go to work. Have a
Have
good
a good
night.
night. Bye, guys. So I actually was my club info last month, but then she actually had party info too on the same thing. So I copied and pasted that this month and added that and then did a newsletter. Actually, I feel like this was probably from her newsletter, the same person's newsletter this month. I just copied and pasted what I wanted from her newsletter and then like created my own to the bottom. Like, so this was, I guess I copied and pasted these two, but they were from a different flyer that had sneak peeks of the bricks and what's coming next month. Since I actually had this month's Sin of the Month, but I was so close into like if they might get it in April. And I actually added my Synod sticker right straight to this instead of giving them next month's flyer as well. I added an extra sticker right here. And then I had like the warmer sneak peek kind of, but so I did do a flyer or a newsletter in this one. I just try to keep it under that 2 ounces and do a forever stamp and with an additional stamp. Usually they're like 1.3 and I'm like, okay, so putting an extra, like you're totally covered. But I do scent circle every time. Handwrite the personal note on my scent circle
Yes.
and product list, something about club. I liked adding that party this time around because I haven't put anything in there about party in a long time. Yeah. And then I try to do a little extra samples. Like this time I did Easter collection and then I have my little printouts of join flyer. I did my printouts of join and then printouts of, I do a monthly giveaway too for if they post anytime they're doing wax changes or using their Scentsy, if they post it and share it or when they get their packages in. So that little flyer that I add is just like a little 4x4 little post thing that I put in there. I print like 9 of them to a page. So, but that's about it. My thought into this sneak peek was hopefully to like front load a little more because I really need to work on front loading the next month versus scrambling I'm always scrambling at the end of the month and I want to start front loading better. So before I go on
I
vacation this
definitely
weekend,
do.
like all my locals are gonna have that's what I'm working on tonight. I'm gonna go lay in bed. I've already printed all my brick stuff off, but I'm gonna make sure all my locals have these before I go out of town because I'm gonna go home on the 9th and they release on the 10th. So I'm getting them in everybody's hands before I even leave.
Oh, so you decided you're leaving?
I mean, ish. We have it.
They still don't have a destination, but it's okay.
I've narrowed it down to some places.
Okay.
We just went to town and Felix was like, what are you finding? And I was like, I don't know, like Cape Coral, but that's pretty much what we've narrowed it down to. I said, unless you've got a better idea.
I remembered while I was looking at that spreadsheet, what I forgot that I was trying to say earlier is that I will go back after 6 months. And if someone hasn't ordered from me in 6 months, I send I miss you mail. So that way it kind of just gets back in their mailbox. It's like, hey, don't you remember the good time we had with these Sin of the Month samples? Let's get back to that program,
That's what I was going to pinpoint. I don't do spreadsheets. I don't do like Google Docs. Like I'm a pen and paper person. So like today, and I don't stick with like a 3-month mail, but I'll go through and I do all my mail that like needs scent circles. And then I go through and be like, okay, who ordered last? And then I just start sending them mail. And then like to get rid of all my flyers. That's my purpose, is to get rid of all 50, send all of them.
Yes.
And so that's how I just do it. I go through all my papers. I'm a handwritten person. So like I just start going through and sending all these flyers out. Now I have no flyers.
So that brings me to a really good, yeah, I'm going to share a blank with just what columns I use. I'll put it in the chat or in the messenger thingy. But if you're getting the scent of the month package and you're getting the bricks, make sure, please make sure you're getting them and putting them in your customers' hands. Don't let them collect dust in your closet or your floor and never use them. If you are paying for that scent of the month, get them out. Just like Megan just said, she challenges herself to get them in 50 different customers' hands. Please do that.
I've done really well. I think last month, because I actually just found a couple flyers today and I was so mad. But I think I've really done good for the last like 6 or 8 months, because I do that way. Like as soon as I'm done with my mail and like a lot of locals and stuff, I'll go through and just be like, who haven't I mailed out stuff to?
Exactly.
And get rid of it.
I forgot also
I
that I
find somebody that wants it.
Right.
I had something else that I completely spaced. When we did transitioning for from fall to spring, when I did that first month of mail, I ended up doing just a pack, because I found that when I post this pack on Facebook and say I have packs, do you want one? I don't get them all gone, I guess. Like I don't have that many people wanting me to send them one, but I feel like if somebody is ordering from me consistently every single month or every other month, then they should automatically get one.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. So that first month, this was what I did: a package with a pencil, a candy, a scent circle, the catalog, a product sheet, and then like one of those, what do we call them? Like fruit. You put it in water and you shake it up and drink it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of those. But I felt like I said, if somebody is ordering from you every single month consistently, when you do that transitioning, they should all that should be the first happy mail that goes out to them.
Mm-hmm.
That's just how I feel. But sorry.
Mhm.
I just thought of it because I seen it and I was like, oh, I better talk about that.
No, yeah. And so like I just sent out I wish I had one. Well, I guess I kind of do. Hold on. Oh, I'm just sitting on my leg. Hold on. That's everything. I don't know if I showed you guys this before. But everybody that's in my club, I was a little late. They should have gotten this last month, but it's okay. Better late than never. So this is what all my clubbers got. So everybody that has an active clubber with me, I sent out just a poly mailer with just stuff in it. So they got all the 10-cent stickers with a like and love list. This was just something, again, I stole on Canva. I want you guys to know I'm not a creative person. That's why God blessed others to share, and they do, and it's amazing. And then we can steal it and, make it our own, and then we can share it with our customers. And they're like, oh my gosh, she's so creative. Yeah, that's not me, but it's fine if they think that. Like, I am here for that. And then I have a wish list, because I want them to be able to go through that catalog, and I want them to write down every single thing that they want from that catalog and then send it to me, and you can even incentivize them. Fill this list out, text it to me, and then mail them a scent circle. Club info, because I also have some of these club things that I'm trying to get rid of, Kelly. I still had some of the join flyers. I don't even know if this is current, but we sent it. And then the catalog, make sure you guys are labeling everything with your information. It's amazing. I had one of the cartoons made up when I first started because I thought they were so cute. But you know what? Nothing is better than your real face. And I've just really realized that. And like, I have this picture, I don't know if you guys can see it, but I have this picture of me on my honeymoon, like living my best life in Key West with a Wax Boss shirt on. And that is my favorite picture. Like, and I normally don't like pictures of myself, let alone with my hair up. And so this picture is my favorite. And it just, like, it also reminds me of my honeymoon. So pick a picture that makes you feel incredible. So every time you see it or someone comments to you and it's like, oh, look how good that looks, or, you know, whatever, because they're going to notice. They're going to notice you. I'm not saying you can't use cartoons by any means. So don't think that I'm coming at you if you love the cartoons, you don't want your face on it. I'm just saying, like, don't be afraid to put your face on things. Again, don't be afraid to go live, because you know I have to throw that out there too.
I did today. Just for you.
I was
Yay.
gonna answer the question that was just asked.
Oh yeah.
She asked if we did any like wax cash or coupons. I did do coupons back during Christmas time of this past year. I did not get any return on it, which is crazy, weird. Because like this one was a free wax bar with the purchase of any warmer. But at the bottom, it just says limit one coupon per customer, not valid with any other promo, only valid with me. Expires on December 31st. But I never did get anybody to respond to them. So
Yeah.
I did not make them anymore.
When we went to that workshop and we had the
The boo
food
one.
coupons,
Mm-hmm.
I sent those out and got no response from those either.
And you never know what people are going to respond to. I've sent them. I'll tell you what actually did work the most for me during the fall season was, I don't know who makes this. I'm really sad that they didn't make a spring and summer one, or it's just a catalog cover, or like you just stapled to the front of the catalog. At least I didn't see it if they did, but I loved this setup. I had used it for the last few catalog changes, but it's a $10 coupon with a $75 purchase. And when I was doing home parties, I would get those a lot. So those would get used, but absolutely. If you, and that's another thing, if you don't want to send scent circles, like you don't want to use your rewards, you can absolutely do like a wax coupon instead, because that is literally, you know, $5 or whatever. Like, yes, it's getting them to place an order, but if you find that that's better for your business to offer that kind of incentive instead of a scent circle, absolutely give it a try. Like I said, just make sure you're giving it a long enough try to see if you're getting any results from it before you abandon ship. Anybody got anything else that they want to share or ask?
Well, I wanted to share something else that really doesn't go along with what we're talking about, but
Yeah, and
I want
then
to
I
show
have to
you.
share something. I have to share something after Kelly. It's very near and dear to my heart, and I just have to tell y'all.
Okay.
So I seen something on, I think it was Pinterest, because I'm a Pinterest person, but so empty wax cubes or shells, they still smell, but there was a cutout and it said, do you need a wax refill? And they were sending this to people as like, do you need a wax refill? But you can still smell it. So like if they
Yeah.
don't know, they're like, oh yeah, I need this one. Like,
Really sending someone your trash.
hey now.
I send them all of my empties, and I always get back, why is this empty? And I'm like, because it's a sniff sample.
Because you smell
Today I sent out last night I sent out my empty washer lift containers with the scooper.
But I also kept the pods too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's using a resource. So don't think you can't work this business if you don't have any extra money for all the extra things.
I'm gonna try it. And see if I get anything back from it.
I love it. If nothing else, you're getting a touch point that they're contacting you. Like, why did you send me your trash?
Yeah.
And say they contact her. Guess what? Now you're talking to me. We got a communication going on.
Be like, hey, did you smell it? Does it smell good? Well, I think you should order some.
Exactly.
But that was all I wanted to show you guys.
I love it. All right, Kim, what do you got for us?
Sorry, I'm trying to book my airplane tickets, so I had to take my computer off. Mute. I don't even know how to say this other than I'm just very emotional today. And I just want to I just need to call one person out, and she is on this Zoom. And I just want to congratulate Alicia. Okay, she is promoted to star.
Congratulations.
Whoop whoop, go Alicia.
That's all. Gotcha.
Hey, congratulations.
Oh, I love that. That's so huge.
Yeah.
So Jessica asked how coupons work. So they work however you want. You can do like wax cash. So it's literally when I was doing my block parties, I would send out host kits and I was trying to find it, but it's literally a dollar bill someone created. I had my face in the middle of it and it said, for every block party you book for me, you get $5 or something like that. I don't remember exactly, but I used it as an incentive. So if they did something, then they got a reward for it. You can literally just send it as yeah, like this thing, $10 coupon with $75 off your next or yes, $75 off your next purchase because we're just amazing. $10 off a $75 order. Whatever you want to look to see, like if say you're wanting to get more of those higher volume orders, like $75 to $100 or whatnot, it's a good incentive to be like, hey, if you hit that next tier, I'm gonna give you a spiff for doing it.
Well, there's also those scratch off tickets too that you can buy, which is kind of like a coupon, but
Yeah.
like you scratch it off and it has like your prize underneath it, which
Yeah,
you can
I
make
didn't know.
any kind of coupon you want. I mean, it could be like one free bar of wax with a purchase of a warmer, or a 3-pack of pods with the purchase of an air purifier.
So I did this before. This is what she's talking about, that scratch off sticker. I did this in a catalog before, and it just says, let's play scratch this off to see what your price is, redeem it with your next order. So kind of the same thing as Wax Cash. They just, I think it was, they had to send out like fill out their wish list or
Scavenger hunt. I think
scavenger
it was
hunt. It was. If they filled their scavenger hunt, then they could send me a picture of this scratched off with that scavenger hunt. And then you would give whatever was on here.
Where do you get those at that you can make your own scratch off?
So literally Amazon has a link for these stickers that are scratch offs that you literally just put on, like I printed these on a business card and then you just scratch this off. But Christina actually made these.
Okay.
I know, Shelly, I'm the worst at buying things and not using them. I'm not gonna lie. I'm trying to be better. This whole last year, I didn't allow myself to buy new stuff because I needed to work through some stuff.
When I went to camp, they had the table that people brought their stuff that they made. And there was something kind of like a coupon, but it wasn't completely. Dylan, correct me if I'm wrong, but they use like playing cards, like a deck of like regular playing cards, but they use like the numbers 1 through I guess 10, and then they put it in to where you couldn't see what the number was, but it said something like, here's a reward for whatever you want to make it for, whatever the number is, that's how much money off of a warmer for you of your choice. So it's kind of a coupon too, because you're kind of giving them a discount on it, but you're not giving it to them fully free.
Yeah, for sure. I like
Which
that
I thought
too.
was pretty cute. It was really cute because like they put it in a little plastic container with like sequins in it, and it was really pretty. But I can't remember what he took pictures. I think Dylan took pictures. So send me the pictures, Dylan.
I don't think I took pictures.
Oh, dang it.
Oh no.
But I do know exactly what you're talking about. It was really cute put together.
Yeah, it wasn't something like if you had if you had a qualifying party, here was a gift. I want to say they probably used it for the perpetual reward.
I don't know.
I thought it was
That's the
cute.
beauty of it. There's so many different ways, so many different things to do. Let your mind be the vessel. All right, I am going to end on Facebook. Bye, Facebook peeps. Love you all.